I'm joined today by Dr. Richard Gilroy, Medical Director of the Liver Transplant Program at Intermountain Medical Center in Murray, Utah. Welcome, Dr. Gilroy.
Thanks for having me.
Well, here at ILTS, certainly a topic that never goes away is the topic of organ allocation. What's the state of the situation globally on organ allocation? Where are we headed with that?
Okay, so if you look at the world, the way organs are allocated can differ greatly. We in the United States allocate organs based on how sick the recipients are, and the sickest person generally receives the organ. In the United States also we have what I'm going to term competition, which drives us to maintain some of those sicker people on list, and the outcomes for liver transplantation in the United States are, if you look at nationally, better than most other countries in the world, driven by a variety of different factors, some of which, and I think it's a critical element, we have resource that others may not have. But when we look at allocation on a world scale, living donor transplantation is one of the elements that is very much explored in Asia, where they don't have brain death laws that facilitate the number of donors that we see. And for us here in the United States, I think the more important question is, how can we increase the number of donors that we might see? So research that's come out has demonstrated very clearly that although we're very good with organ donation, we haven't reached our true potential. And if you believe, and I personally do after reviewing a recent manuscript of Dr. Goldberg's, our potential may be to look at nearly doubling the number of organs that we might see. And for the foreseeable future, or at least the next 5 years, that will be important. And then 5 years later, we'll have bio-artificial livers that will be made, that will be directed towards recipients that will not require as great a reliance on brain death. And how do we know this is happening? Because we're already seeing these organs arguably printed and designed, and we're seeing in models, animal models and animal studies, that the organs can work. So liver transplant's future is going to change dramatically over the next 10 or so years. And at next year's conference, and why I'm so excited, is I'm sure we're going to hear more about the bio-artificial liver and the opportunities that it presents. And I know that Intermountain Medical Center, in association with the regenerative medicine group that's headed by Dr. Michael Charlton, in association with many collaborating universities that he is working with, including Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, they are well on the way to potentially solving the organ shortage once and for all. And then hopefully we'll see this applied worldwide, because that will be the only way to address the organ problems that we have. But looking at Europe, donation rates in Spain are incredible. Looking at Asia, deceased donation rates are lower, related to laws and cultural differences. But those are all changing as we become more of an international community and people talk about donation. And here in the United States, and for us in Utah, our donor service area, which is us all the way up to Boise and down towards St. George, has a significant opportunity to donate more, discuss it with your family, emphasize the importance of donation to others, and for us as a transplant program is to illustrate how we give people life back. It's life restoring that has been critical. And the International Liver Transplant Society has been a beacon for us, and a beacon for me to which I gravitate and look to find ideas on how to improve donation.
Thank you for sharing that perspective. It's an amazing future. The possibilities are out there that we can look forward to. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much.